At a time when golf clubs have never been more expensive, can you buy a set of irons for sub £500 that perform incredibly well? That's what we are going to test in today's video when I eventually get all the wrappers off for these clubs. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson, welcome back to the channel. Guys, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, especially in this video, because we are giving away a full set of these Cali 01 irons. We are well on the way to 250,000 subscribers. I'd love you to be a part of it. I'd love you to potentially walk away with these golf clubs. All you have to do is subscribe, throw a like on this video, comment below golf, and then go and check out the guys at Cali over on Instagram. But how good are these irons? Because this is the same kind of iron as the driving iron, which was my favourite club of the year. It's got the same shafts in here. We do have graphite shafts in all these irons. And the big thing about these clubs is, I'm going to get it. I'll get it now. We had a comment on the channel the other day saying that apparently I litter, and that doesn't happen. But the big thing about these clubs is the components on them. So you get premium Lamkin grips, you get premium UST recoil dart shafts in here, and these shafts to me feel fantastic. We're going to test these today, not just out on the golf course, but also on the GolfSTAND simulator to test these irons for ball speed, spin rates, distance, everything you want to see. Could these be the best forgiving irons on a budget you can only get online? Let's find out today. Because I feel like I can almost just kind of load up to the top of the backswing with these, then just let it go. Right, we've got 140 yards in here. We're going to test out the pitching wedge to kick things off, and straight away you can see these are quite a big looking iron. They are quite a forgiving looking iron, and they are a hollow body design as well. So very similar to maybe a P790 that you would see, very similar to Tacoma irons that you will have seen as well. So straight away it's obvious these aren't going to be designed towards the kind of player who wants very versatile irons, the player who wants to be able to play the ball up, play the ball down. But it might be designed for the player who thinks, you know what, I'm new to golf, I want a set of forgiving irons that look good, I want brand new, I don't want to go and buy second hand, but I know that my pros told me don't go and get something with rubbish components in a rubbish shaft, rubbish grips. This actually looks really good down at the ball for a pitching wedge. Straight away that felt really easy to get the ball in the air. I've actually hit behind the ball there and fatted it a bit, and that's just running up to the front of the green. That's done exceptionally well for a strike that just wasn't that good, to be honest. Let's see if we can hit a better one in before we jump on the GolfSTAND. Better. A lot better, a tiny bit left. There is quite a bit of offset on here, which you would expect for a forgiving set of clubs, but distance wise this really isn't an issue. I can't quite believe that we're at 140 yards into a bit of wind, and even with a strike like that now out of the middle, these balls are going that far. That might prove to be an issue for some golfers actually, because if your pitching wedge goes 140, 150, what are you hitting below that? You need plenty of wedges in there, gap wedges, sand wedges, lob wedges, and that is proving to be a bit of an issue for some golfers. So make sure you do bear that in mind. Now, I have mentioned that these clubs aren't really designed for people wanting to play versatile golf shots. Can I play one down a bit with this wedge? Because if you can, it opens it up to a whole new market. Okay, I've struck that really well. It's popped straight up in the air, which I would expect, but that is going towards the flag. Okay, that might be very, very close, but it didn't go low. Initial impressions with these, they are absolute cannons. I think you are going to get loads of ball speed with these, you are going to get plenty of distance with these, but is that what you want from your money, guys? For me, getting a set of irons that cost less than £500 brand new, you can get these in your specs. You can get them upright, you can get them flat, you can get them longer, you can get them shorter, you can get them with thicker grips, thinner grips, pretty much whatever you want. Is this the future of buying golf clubs just online? Potentially. So as you can see, guys, we've got one shot flag high to the left. Unfortunately, that did miss the green, and the other two have just run up to the back edge of the green there. Now, for me, that's not too bad. We have got a consistency level there. The one thing I would probably like to see here is a little bit more, well, more control. These have pitched near the flag, but unfortunately, we've not managed to get them to stop near the flag. So that's something which you may be struggling with. That's going to show, I reckon, in the GolfSTAND simulator. I think in the GolfSTAND simulator the spin rates might well be quite low on these. I would anticipate that as well. Is that going to matter to the people who potentially want to put these in the bag? Probably not. Now if we jump from one extreme to the other, we go from the bottom end of the bag in the pitching wedge to the top end of the bag in the 4-iron. You'll see this is massively designed to help you get that ball up in the air, to help you potentially try and hit it a bit straighter. Look at the amount of offset on this club, look at the size of that toe, look at the blade length. It's all designed to say, right, this is going to get up in the air, it's going to go towards your target, do not worry too much. And ideally, for me, it's a little bit probably too much, but again, this isn't designed for me as such. Can we play a nice draw down this fairway? Straight away, that's come off the left and it's come off hot as well. That's gone a long way. It's going to be in the rough, unfortunately, but it felt quite good. One of the things which I'm surprised about this whole range of Cali irons is the feel element. I would not anticipate them to feel as good as they do. Again, that's going to depend on a couple of factors. What golf ball do you use? How do you strike the ball? What kind of shot do you like to hit? One thing I would be slightly worried about is they do mark up a little bit. I think you are getting excellent value for money, but don't be too disheartened if they do start to mark up a little bit. I quite like it. For me, it's more of an industrial look. Can we get this one a bit straighter? Oh yeah. Now I've tried to compress that a bit more rather than pick it off the turf. That's launched a lot lower. I've actually managed to play a fade even though we've got so much offset on here. I really enjoyed that. They were both off a T-peg though. Can we go off the ground and can we get a decent shot? See, what I like about these is they were two pretty average golf swings and one good golf swing. And again, I think once we get up there, there's not going to be a lot between them. And that for me is everything I would want from a set of forgiving irons. I don't want to have to put my best swing on it. I want to get the ball up in the air, travelling towards the target. So just as anticipated, the first shot in the left-hand rough is here. The final shot, which was a bit heely, actually caught this banking and he's in the fairway. And the middle shot, which was a great shot, is down in the middle of that fairway. All that's left to do, guys, let's test the mid-iron, let's test the 7-iron. We've tested top end, tested bottom end of the bag. This is probably the most important one. This is the one where you can kind of test golf clubs in pro shops and things. One of the big negatives with this, obviously, is you can't go and test them. You can't go and get fitted for them. Yes, you can order them in your specs, but that's not really that handy because you need to be able to know exactly how the ball comes off with this particular makeup to then know what specs you want. But at least the option's there, and if you've had fittings in the past, you vaguely know where you want to go with it. So I'll kick things off testing the pitching wedge on the Golf Sun Simulator because for me it's really important to see if you can get a controllable wedge, you can hit greens and you can get good numbers. Then I moved up to the 7-iron and to be fair, the 7-iron, well, I've not hit that one very well. If that gets to the green, this is ridiculous. It has as well. Frightening, frighteningly long. Munched that. That could be a 200-yard 7-iron. Look how high it's gone. That's what I love about this. Strong loft, but still launches high, 180 yards carry. Spinning at 6.4, that's frightening. That is frightening. We're going to need more gap wedges, I think, here. Right, I'm not sure the range is long enough for this. Oh, God, I've nailed that. I've hammered that. Can it fly 220? Surely not. Go on. Oh, it's had a go. 209. Oh, look how close that's finished. Oh. That's finished 2 yards from the hole with a 4-iron. For me, I can see you having a load of fun with these just based on how far these go. That's toey. Been more interested in the numbers on this than the others. It's toey, it's gone left. Hold my hands up. Is it still going to carry 200? 200 on the nose with a toey. I nearly missed the grooves there. The 4-iron actually feels better than the pitching wedge. That's going to carry a long way. That's going to be a 210, is it? 203. Same bush. In the same bush. Oh, this is going to be scary. Go on. Fly. The better you get this, the higher it launches, and it actually robs you of a tiny bit of distance, funnily enough. I struck that really well. Loads of spin on there, which actually you do want, really, for that control element. Low one. You can even play them down as well. Oh, yes. Right. Let's talk numbers. So I found these clubs to be absolute beasts, as you can see. Pretty high ball speeds, pretty low spin rates, and pretty high carry and total distances. Now that's not to say that these are kind of the best irons ever. Obviously I think I would struggle with an element of control with these clubs, but I think for the right player, I'm definitely going to put these in the hands of a mid-high handicap golfer, I think, and just see how good these can be for someone who maybe is new to the game or maybe has a little bit of a tighter budget but wants forgiving clubs and wants to play the best golf. Let's get back out there, let's test this 7-iron in and out of the rough, because I think this could be very, very interesting. Okay, top tip for anyone who is trying new golf clubs out on the course as well, guys. Make sure you test them in different environments. Test them in the rough, test them in the fairway, see what ball flights you get, see what club suits you the best from these. Oh my God, the size of that bee. See the size of that. See what clubs suit you from where you generally play the majority of your shots. That's why I'm testing some out of the rough, because that's vitally important to make sure you do get the right clubs for you. This 7-iron looks pretty good to me. Again, plenty of offset on there for people who do struggle with the ball going right. There's lots of kind of weighting in that toe to allow the club to kind of square up through impact. So this should be quite an easy club to hit, realistically, looking at the size of it. And again, that price is a huge factor as to why I think these could be very, very, very popular. Oh, that's come out hot. That's come out very hot. Sit. Oh. Right, that's gone long left. That might well be a lost ball. I'll try my best to find it though. Not a club that I feel like I can work how far it's going to work right to left. For me, it just kind of wants to go left with the amount of offset on it. But again, if you struggle with a right shot, let's aim out to the right-hand side of this green here. Nice, that's better. Is that the right distance? Yeah, that's a lot better. That's left-hand side of the green. And the final shot of the day. Guys, remember, hit that subscribe button if you want the chance of winning these. Can we play a fade? Can we ever? That is online. Be good. That is the one we all came to see. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button if you want to be a chance of winning these clubs. Throw a like on this video and let me know what do you think to these Cali 01 irons. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you all exactly the same time tomorrow. Bye.